Hello everybody, it's Asia from the Roman Reigns Fangirl channel, and as promised, as y'all saw my thumbnail, I have a hot take video today. Not really a rant, but a hot take. I'll be doing a hot take video on my top 6 favorite Disney movies that I think are better than The Lion King. Now, some of y'all might be like, do I hate The Lion King? No, I don't hate The Lion King. I do feel like it's overrated, and the only reason why I believe that is because any video I see or any article I go online and see people who rank their best Disney movies from worst to best, The Lion King is always in the number one spot, which that's their opinion. That's their list. In my opinion, The Lion King is one of the best Disney movies to ever be made. No doubt about it. But I do feel like it is slightly overrated because y'all don't give the other Disney movies their due. And right here on this list, I wrote down 6 movies that I believe are way better than The Lion King. No offense, The Lion King is good, but I don't think it touched any of these movies that's on this list. So let's get right into it. Coming in number 6 is Toy Story 3. I mean, come on. Toy Story 3 is a phenomenal movie. If we all know the franchise should have ended in Toy Story 3. We all know the franchise should have ended. Toy Story 4 is fucking terrible. Should never have been made. And Toy Story 3 is better than Lion King because if you were to ask me whether I'd rather watch Lion King or Toy Story 3, I'm picking Toy Story 3 all day, every day. No offense to Lion King, but Toy Story 3 is just so much. The story is just better. The atmosphere, everything about Toy Story 3 is just significantly better than The Lion King. It just is. I don't think The Lion King touched Toy Story 3 at all. Only thing The Lion King got over Toy Story 3 is a good soundtrack. That's it. Other than that, nothing really significantly better. Oh, and a better villain. Lion King has a better villain, and well, there's no soundtrack in Toy Story 3, but it has Lion King has a soundtrack. But I will say Scar was definitely a better villain than Lotso, which I'm not mad at. Lotso was good for what he did in Toy Story 3. He was written to make sense for what the story was in Toy Story 3. You know, he was replaced, and he didn't understand why Woody and them wanted to go back to a kid who eventually is going to dispose you, you know? Like, everyone is disposable, and that's what Lotso learned in that moment when Emily replaced him. Emily found him disposable because she didn't go back to the park, and she didn't find him, so she just said, fuck it, I'm going to just go get me another strawberry-smelling bear. So, Lotso became a villain based off, bitterness and shit like that. I thought Lotso was a good villain, you feel me? But I will say, if someone had to ask me whether I'd rather watch Toy Story 3 or Lion King, I'm picking Toy Story 3. Coming in number 5, we got Up. Now, let me tell y'all something about Up. I haven't watched Up in such a long time. So when I first got Disney Plus, when I first rewatched Up had me crying. Even recently when I just rewatched it, Up had me in fucking tears. Up is by far more of an emotional film than The Lion King. It is by far an emotional film, and I prefer it more than Lion King. It's just better. Like, again, I think the story is just better, and the reason why I said that is because it's more realistic. Now, the story for The Lion King was realistic. It's just, don't nobody come from a royal ass family. Nobody comes from a royal ass family where they're basically being groomed or being anointed to be the next in line. So that would probably be my only thing about The Lion King that I feel like wasn't necessarily realistic, because I don't come from a royal family. So there's no one grooming me to take over a high, powerful spot in case something happens. With The Lion King, it was addressing that, and losing a parent, which is loss is something everybody go through, so everybody connect with Simba with that, and not running away from your past, because whatever's in your past or mistakes you got, you can't run from that shit, because that shit is gonna always follow you. But what Up I don't know. I just feel like it was more realistic because in Lion King they wasn't teaching you how to deal with grief. They was just showing you what the loss of a parent can do to you and how running away from your past or running away from your mistakes can still follow you. I feel like with Up, it was really taking you through a grief journey, and it was teaching you how to keep someone's memory alive when they're no longer around. And I just feel like that's more realistic because grief is something everybody goes through, and I definitely feel like it took you through that emotional trip. So that's why the movie was so fucking emotional. I was crying here, I was crying there, I was crying everywhere and Up. Like I have no tissues on me, but my eyes was all red and shit. But yeah, I definitely prefer Up over Lion King. Coming in my number 4 spot, Monsters Inc. I fucking love Monsters Inc. I love the story. I love the connection, the relationship between Boo and Shelly. It's it was just really beautiful. Like the whole film was beautiful. Their relationship was absolutely beautiful because you saw him want to put her back in the door, and then when they brought her to the Monsters Incorporated, he was started forming a relationship with Boo. Like he started getting attached to her to where putting her back inside her door made him feel like maybe we shouldn't do it. Like maybe she should just stay with us. Putting her back doesn't make sense if Randall's going to keep torturing her. And Mike was telling him like you can't get attached to it because once you get attached to it, it's hard to get detached from it. And I feel like Monsters Inc. was telling you like it's never too late to change. It's never too late to make the right decisions, and never be afraid to make a connection. Never be afraid to make a connection and feel like you might never see that person again. Don't be afraid to get attached, because I am a person who likes to get attached to things that I love, and there's nothing wrong with getting attached to things you love or that you like. So I really love Monsters Inc. I think it's really one of my favorite Disney films, and it always makes me cry whenever I watch it, especially the goodbye scene with Boo and Scully. Oh my god. Whew. That scene get me every time, y'all. My top 3 is right here. My top 3 favorite Disney movies. Coming in number 3 is Ratatouille. Anybody who knows me know I absolutely love Ratatouille, and again I'm gonna say it's more realistic. It's definitely more realistic. Remy is a rat who basically wants more from the world. He doesn't just want to be a fucking rat. And in the car scene when he was ranting to Gustavo, I remember when he said that he pretended to be something he wasn't for a very long time to please everybody. So off top you learn Remy is a people pleaser. He pretended to be a rat for his dad. He pretended to be human for Linguini. He pretended to be a lot of things just to be a people pleaser, and he just wanted to be a manifester. He was a big dreamer. He was really creative. He wanted to get his ideas out there. Like the animation of Paris was absolutely stunning. It was absolutely breathtaking. One of my favorite scenes in Ratatouille will be when his dad showed him a shop in Paris where they keep all the dead rats. And his dad was like, this is our place in the world. Don't go outside of your place. Know your role and stick to it. And Remy was like, there has to be more to life than just being a rat, being a thief, and getting killed. If you're telling me this is all there is, then I don't want any parts of it. There has to be more to life, more to my life than just possibly the one day of me getting killed. I absolutely love that scene because to some people there has to be more to life. It can't just be death and all this darkness and gloom. There has to be some type of light, some type of sun, some type of something. And to just say to know your role and know your place makes me feel like you're telling me I can't find that. So I really love that Remy was starting his own journey. Like, I absolutely love Ratatouille. Ratatouille is one of my favorite Disney movies, and I have a bit of a hot take. I definitely feel like it's one of the most underrated films in the Disney franchise, because I feel like it doesn't get the most recognition, and I never see it on anybody's list for great Disney movies, which is a problem because I'm really fucking confused. Why isn't? Yeah, I see bullshit like Frozen and Brave and Moana and all the other bullshit. Coming in my number 2 is we got Finding Nemo. I fucking love Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is one of my favorite Disney movies, and I definitely feel like it's better than The Lion King because Finding Nemo is realistic. Yet again, I keep using this point, and I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. Finding Nemo is realistic, and it feels more like it's a movie for parents to watch, not necessarily children. You know, Marlin is very relatable. He reminds me of almost any parent in this world who really loves and cares for their child, where they're scared of them growing up, scared of them going out there in the world and seeing how things are. Like, Marlon was so terrified of Nemo growing up where he didn't allow his son to go to school. He didn't allow him to go to school. He just did it. But he made Nemo a promise was to always protect him and keep him safe. So when Nemo got kidnapped, he felt like he didn't keep his promise. I feel like Finding Nemo is just so emotional. Like, it's beautiful. The animation for the ocean is absolutely stunning. It's fucking breathtaking. I love Finding Nemo. It's one of my favorite films, kid movies of all time. I definitely put it in a higher ranking. It's number 2, which it deserves to be number 2 on this list. I love Finding Nemo. Yet again, I choose Finding Nemo over The Lion King any day. I mean, why wouldn't I? The only thing The Lion King has over Finding Nemo is what? A soundtrack. What else? There was no music for Finding Nemo. There didn't need to be any music. It wasn't that type of movie. And I'm not shitting on Lion King yet again. I just feel like the fans out there, y'all sleep on other movies because y'all so far up Lion King's ass, which is nothing wrong with it. If Lion King is your favorite movie, it's your favorite movie. Me personally, I think it's quite overrated. Not saying that it sucks or anything. It's just, I think there's movies that are significantly better than Lion King. That's just my opinion. I did rewatch Lion King not too long ago, and I feel like it being so long since I watched it, that definitely felt like that was the first time I watched it. And I absolutely love Lion King. If I had to say, by far the best thing about the movie was Scar. Sorry, but anyway. My number 1 movie on this list that I definitely think is better than The Lion King. Let me take a sip of water. It's Tarzan. Tarzan is a better movie than Lion King. Let's talk about it. Tarzan had a better soundtrack. It had a better story. It had a better everything. It actually took their time to make a relationship actually grow into form chemistry. I didn't think Simba or Nala had chemistry at all. It just kind of just happened. Like, it kind of just happened, and they gave them one of the most romantic songs, but with them, I didn't feel it. Yeah, they had the cute scene for Can You Feel the Love Tonight. The scene was cute. I will say yes, the scene definitely was cute. It was so fucking romantic. I just didn't feel any of the chemistry between them. Like, even with that cute scene, I still didn't feel shit because, like I just said, it kind of just happened out of nowhere. They didn't give that time to grow. With Tarzan and Jane, they gave you time for them to grow. They made you be like, oof, I feel energy brewing. I feel chemistry brewing. Jane and Tarzan are fucking cute. They definitely one of the Disney couples that slept on. They have a beautiful ass love story. But Tarzan had a better soundtrack. It was a better movie. It had a better story. Tarzan was so relatable. He didn't know who he was. You know, he was in a place where he felt like he didn't belong. He was searching for admiration. He was searching for acceptance. He was looking for answers because his whole life he knew he was different, but he didn't know what quite made him different. Like, when Kerchak will always come after him, he didn't know why Kerchak didn't quite understand him. And Tarzan didn't even know he was human up until he met Jane. He always thought he was an ape. So I always thought that was really what was so beautiful about it. And if I had to say one of the main things that makes this movie significantly better than Lion King is the relationship between Carla and Tarzan. They have one of the most beautiful relationships, mother and son relationships I ever seen in Disney. She definitely is like top 2 parent after Marlon. You feel me? Like, their relationship was beautiful, so beautiful. She loved and cared for Tarzan. Like, to know why she never told him he was a human because she was afraid of losing him because she lost another child was just so heartbreaking. Like, no one can't say when Tarzan chose to go with Jane, and you know they had that scene where he said, "No matter where I go, you'll always be my mother," and she said, "You'll always be in my heart." If you didn't cry in that scene, then we gotta fight, cause we gotta get down, we gotta box, because that scene was emotional. In the first scene they had when he was a baby, when "You'll always be in my heart," makes me cry every time. What's up? What's up? What's up? Like, I don't care what nobody say. Tarzan is better than Lion King. We can argue. We could talk about it. I mean, you can leave your comments in the comment section if you want, but I really don't give a fuck about what your opinion is because mine is based on facts. So anyway, these are my top 6 movies that I think are better than Lion King. I know y'all gonna hate me, but it is what it is. Yep, I came after Lion King, and so what? Who the fuck gonna do me? Anyway, up until next time, peace.